coach coming to get his right-hander, and that's exactly the case. Eastman heads back to the first base dugout. His infielders go back to their positions, and with the runner on at first base, Connor McQueen at first base running for Frazier. Abdul Haq will step into the box at the plate. Right-handed hitter, 0 for 2 tonight, and the first pitch to him is low, ball 1. McKenna's thrown a lot of pitches in these last 2 1/3 innings and may be getting near the end of his rope. Trying to get out of another situation with the runner on, and he steps off the rubber. Goldschmidt holding McQueen on over at first. They successfully picked him off the bag in second in the second inning. There's a pitch that misses up and in, ball 2, 2-0. McQueen keeps an eye on the pitcher, and McKenna looks back his way, takes off with the pitch, swung on, hit and run was on that time, and Houck got around late on it. Shoots a foul off to the first base side, 2 balls and a strike. Bottom half of the 6th inning, no score. 4 hits for the Woodlands, 3 hits for Klein Oak. Lob back over to first base. To go along with the 3 hits, though, McKenna tonight has allowed 5 bases on balls. One of those was an intentional walk back in the 5th inning. 5 walks and 3 hits tonight, so he's had some traffic on the bases. Runner over at first right now with 1 out. And a 2-1 count on Houck at the plate. Now he waits a little while, too long for his taste, so he backs out, asks for time, and he gets it. 2-1 the count. Runner off with the pitch, fouled off again. Houck trying to hit behind the base runner, protect him. Big hole opened up on the right side with second baseman Laughlin pinching over toward the bag, and Goldschmidt holding the runner on at first base, and Houck maybe trying to just shoot one opposite field to get the base hit behind the base runner there, but to this point he's just managed to foul off a couple, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Now McKenna again paying a lot of attention to McQueen at first, and probably with good reason. He's taken off with the last 2 pitches. But he steps off the rubber and looks over. Now McQueen goes again. There's a swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Won't be in time. Great jump by Connor McQueen this time. He'll be in with the stolen base. But Houck strikes out swinging. Strikeout number 8 in the ball game for checking now. Let me get the count right here. Strikeout number 9 for McKenna, as he wound up striking out the side in the 5th inning, just as he did in the first. And so that is number 9. McQueen, though, in at second base now, in scoring position with 2 outs. And Quentin Bolivar up, the designated hitter, and the pitch to him is a strike called outside corner, right around the belt. And McKenna, when he's had these periods in the last couple of innings where he seems to lose the strike zone for a few pitches, has been able to come back and paint the corner, and here it is again, popped up. Coming in from his shortstop spot is Lance Miles, and he makes the catch. And another runner left in scoring position for the Klein Oak Panthers. 6 over the last 2 innings. Check at 5 over the last 2 innings left in scoring position. And we go to the 7th, still scoreless. Brought to you by First Community Credit Union. It's the playoffs on FoxSportsHouston.com.
Open a Texans checking account with First Community Credit Union, and you could win a trip to the big game in New Orleans. Just visit TexansChecking.com and open your account. Signing up is easy and free. You'll get a customized Texans debit card. And best of all, you could win a trip to New Orleans for the big game, or other great prizes like trips to Texans road games and the 2013 draft in New York City. Be a fanatic. Visit TexansChecking.com and sign up for your chance to win. First Community Credit Union, the official credit union of the Houston Texans.
Class 5A first round series going on in the Houston area this weekend in the UIL baseball playoffs. But I guarantee you there's not anyone more captivating than this one right here at Klein Oak High School tonight. Scoreless tie as we go to the 7th inning. Both starting pitchers still out on the mound here, and Kevin McCanna has been more of a magician than a pitcher in a couple of these innings, but he has managed to keep the score tied at 0-0. And Reed Frazier, who has had a solid outing tonight, allowing just 4 hits and no walks in 6 innings, gets ready to face the middle of the order for the Woodlands. Alex Dunlap leads it off, and he takes high for ball 1, and much to the chagrin of the home fans here, he's ahead in the count 1-0 against the right-hander. Frazier delivers to the plate. Breaking ball misses low and away. 2-0. Dunlap, a right-handed hitter. The number 3 hitter in the lineup, Garrett Hope, Carter Hope. So if anything, there's a shot down the third base line. Foul. Wait for the line, folks. Wait for the line. If anything, in this inning, the Highlanders have hope. Back to back. You're at home in front of your computers, watching and laughing out loud, I'm sure. There's a high pop, shallow left field coming on. It was dangerous, but Snyder got there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Dunlap put that Texas leaguer out into no man's land. It was right over the shoulder of Dustin Tice, the shortstop, but he had a tough angle on it, and if it had been left up to him, he might have had a tricky play there, but Snyder in to save the day, and that's out number 1. And here's Garrett Hope, the catcher. And we're going to get some action down the right field line for the Highlanders as they will start to loosen up somebody in the bullpen. Looks like it might be Brandon Miles, a junior. Right-hander in the box at the plate against Frazier. Garrett Hope takes a strike, and that's strike 1, 0-1. Big right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. Frazier misses off the outside corner, 1-1. Hope tonight lined out to the second baseman in the first inning. Hit into a 4-6-3 double play to end the 4th. 1 out here in the 7th. He takes an awkward cut at a breaking ball on the inner half of the plate. Got a piece of it, but fouled it off into the screen. Falls behind 1 and 2. And for whatever reason tonight, Garrett Hope has come to be the focus for these Klein Oak fans, and they would be extremely excited to see him go down here. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up foul. That one's going to get over the screen and out of play behind the stands down the first base side. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Hope's younger brother Carter waits in the on-deck circle off to the first base side. With 1 out here in the 7th inning. Frazier delivers. Low, ball 2, 2-2. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, Alex Haas, the number 9 hitter, due to lead it off in the top of the order. Dylan Roca, Ryan Moon. Little business left to attend to here in the top half. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, and Garrett Hope was way out in front. He's gone swinging, and there is much rejoicing among the black and gold. So here's little brother Carter Hope getting ready to step in. He's a left-handed hitter, and he's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts tonight against Frazier. Up there with 2 outs in the 7th. Here's the pitch to him. Misses high, ball 1. Frazier tonight, not nearly as many pitches as McCanna has had to throw. And in fact, McCanna's night may be done as I believe Brandon Miles continues to loosen. There's a check swing foul. Got a piece of it, but shoots it back to the backstop. Evens it up, but a ball and a strike to the junior third baseman, Luis Roman. Came in to pick up that foul ball, flipped it back to Ryan Moon behind the plate. Ready to go now, and Frazier rocks into the motion, delivers, swung on, chopped, foul off to the third base side again. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Fans on their feet. And you see one of them holding up the O for the Oak. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Shot foul down the left field side, up and out of play. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Hope is alive in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. He gets on. Andritzis waits to hit next. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Shot out into left field, but coming on for it is Snyder. He's there, makes the catch, and that's the top half of the 7th. A 1-2-3 7th inning for Frazier. Another strong half inning for the right-hander for the Klein Oak Panthers. And we go to the bottom of the 7th in a scoreless game. First Community Credit Union bringing you the first round of the playoffs on FoxSportsHouston.com.
If safety is your goal, Fabinco is your gate. Fabinco, the world's leading manufacturer of self-closing safety gates.
Are you a fan of Demoisier?
Demoisier who? Okay, you know you're smart. You just ordered a premium roast coffee and a savory sausage McMuffin for only $1 each off McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast. So, he has a certain je ne sais quoi.
Headed to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Welcome back into Panther Field here on the campus of Klein Oak High School. And thanks for joining us for some playoff baseball on a Friday night here. First Community Credit Union bringing you Class 5A Region 2 first round action here. Klein Oak and the Woodlands in a scoreless tie as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And Klein Oak leads it off with Alex Haas, the right fielder, number 9 hitter, and he takes high for ball 1. Kevin McCanna back out there to start the 7th. We saw Brandon Miles loosening up. There's a swing and a miss. Cut through a fastball there to Haas, and he couldn't catch up to it. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Now a left-hander down the right field side is loosening it up for the Highlanders. McCanna with a 1-1 count. Gets a swing and a miss from Haas on that pitch. Over the top of that one. And Haas falls behind 1-2. Struck out his last time up. 9 strikeouts in 6 innings for Kevin McCanna. He has had some base runners tonight. 8 men left stranded for Klein Oak. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10. And out number 1 recorded here in the bottom of the 7th. Back to the top of the order. Here's a man who has not been retired tonight. Dylan Roca, 2 for 2 with a walk, a couple of singles, and a couple of stolen bases. And he got closest to the plate back in the 5th inning when he wound up at third base. And he's up there now with 1 out and a strike called. 0-1 the count. Canna left a runner on in the first. Left that runner in scoring position. There's a hard hit ground ball to second. Scooping is Laughlin. He goes to his knees and throws to first base. I think he might have slipped trying to move over to his left on that one, but stayed with it and had the ball go right into his glove. And from his knees, he threw to first base. And for the first time tonight, Roca is retired. 4-3 on the putout. And 2 outs here in the 7th, and 1 out away from heading to extra innings here tonight at Klein Oak High School. If you're going to come down to 1 game, this is the kind of game you want it to be. And right before McKenna gets ready to go into his motion, Moon is given timeout by the home plate umpire, John Hefner, and backs away. Now we're ready. Here's the pitch. Misses high, ball 1-0. Moon tonight 0 for 2. Walked his last time up, though. Was stranded out at second base. Talking about McKenna a minute ago. Had a runner on in the first base. Left him stranded at second. Pitch misses outside. Had a runner on in the third. Stranded him at first. Left 2 on in the 4th inning at second and third. So 3 of the 4 base runners through 4 innings stranded in scoring position. There's a pitch misses up for ball 3, and he falls behind 3-0 with 2 outs here to Ryan Moon. Travis Hennessy, the number 3 hitter, waits in the on-deck circle. Then he left the bases loaded in the 5th inning, so 2 runners stranded in scoring position there. 5 of the 7 base runners as he gets a 3-0 strike. And then a steal after a walk in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Misses up and away. Ball 4, and that'll put a runner on with 2 outs here, and that is the potential game-winning run. But there are 2 outs. Here's Travis Hennessy getting ready to step in. Looks like we may get a runner for Moon at first. He is the catcher, so he's entitled to a courtesy runner. We'll see who that's going to be. Looks like it is going to be Max Wright, a sophomore outfielder, who's going to take over, and he'll grab the helmet. Moon, who drew the 2-out walk, will head back to the dugout to get the catcher's gear on in case we do go to extra innings here. But he will hope at the same time that his teammate Travis Hennessy might end it right here. 6 of the 8 base runners stranded in this game by Klein Oak. Been stranded in scoring position. Runner off with the pitch. Throw down and not in time. Underneath the tag, Lance Miles thought he had a base runner. He was headed to the first base dugout. Garrett Hope crouches down behind home plate. He thought he might have had the throw in time, but it looked like the tag was high up on the torso of the runner coming down, and that is Max Wright. And he got the leg in there ahead of the tag, I think, and now they're going to intentionally walk Hennessy again. His 2nd intentional walk in a row, 3rd walk of the night given to Travis Hennessy. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up, and has walked every time since then. So another situation where there's a runner in scoring position now. They've left 6 runners stranded through the first 6 innings in scoring position. The Panthers and their fans will hope that doesn't become the storyline for them, but the Highlanders and their fans are hoping that it will be, as McKenna trying to strand number 7 with 2 outs here in the 7th, and there's a pitch low and in the dirt. Hope keeps it right at his feet. He couldn't find it for a minute, but nobody can advance. As Dustin Tice stands in, right-handed hitter. 1 for 3, a single back in the 3rd inning. Check at the 4th inning. Got as far as second base. He struck out his other 2 appearances. There's a pitch that misses, and Hope again struggled with it. Kept it right there, and nobody can advance. 2 balls and no strikes. And McKenna and Hope may be a little bit mixed up as they've got a runner out at second base, so they probably have a series of signs on, and maybe they're not on the same wavelength. But here's the 2-0 pitch. That one skips by Hope this time. A hard-breaking ball in the dirt is going to allow the runners to move up to second and third, and now a 3-ball, no-strike count with a base open, and Ron Eastman may call for another intentional walk here. He wants to go out, it looks like, and visit with his pitcher and infielders, and he talks it over to make sure he's got the visit allowed and does not have to make a pitching change here when he goes. And so he and the home plate umpire talk it over. Now everybody out on the mound with 2 outs and a 3-0 count. Here the wild pitch gets runners to second and third. Moon's runner, Max Wright, gets over to third base, and Travis Hennessy right behind him into second base. Now an intentional walk will be given to Dustin Tice. He had a 3-0 count anyway, and so they're not going to mess around. Intentional walk, and he'll take over at first base, and 3 walks after 2 outs, and the bases are loaded, and it's going to come down to Luis Roman. Put a charge into it his last time up with a deep fly ball to right field, but it was a long out. And now he's up there with a chance to win this, send the Woodlands Highlanders home, and send the Klein Oak Panthers into the second round with the bases loaded. And here's the pitch. Drilled into left field and deep. Backing up on it to the wall. Gone. Grand slam, and Klein Oak will advance to the second round with an upset win and a walk-off grand slam home run to send the Highlanders home. And the celebration at the plate begins. Roman almost got it his last time up, and he got all of it opposite way this time up and sends the fans out of here happy, the Klein Oak fans anyway. And it's a 4-0 win. And we'll come back and put a wrap on it when we return. Klein Oak 4, the Woodlands nothing on the FoxSportsHouston.com.
That make them good. Hooray for beaming smiles that make my day. Hooray for stops and goes. Hooray for colors and quick hellos. Hooray for surprises that walk my way. Hooray for friends I'll make. Oh hey, hey. Hooray for treats that make me smile, like magic stripes that fill the sky. Hooray for days that make me say, oh hooray for today.
Open a Texans checking account with First Community Credit Union, and you could win a trip to the big game in New Orleans. Just visit TexansChecking.com and open your account. Signing up is easy and free. You'll get a customized Texans debit card. And best of all, you could win a trip to New Orleans for the big game, or other great prizes like trips to Texans road games and the 2013 draft in New York City. Be a fanatic. Visit TexansChecking.com and sign up for your chance to win. First Community Credit Union, the official credit union of the Houston Texans.
Caramel mocha? Surprisingly, he has good taste.
Hey.
Hey.
2 irresistible flavors have finally come together. The new McCafe Caramel Mocha from McDonald's. It's the simple joy of twice the delight.
Hey, sports fans. you've got to get to the Sports House. The Sports House, located at 2738 Gulf Freeway, features over 22,000 square feet of indoor air-conditioned sports fun with state-of-the-art athletic training packed into every inch of the place. Got big dreams? The Sports House offers comprehensive lesson packages and sports clinics for a wide range of sports, including baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, and football. And if you're looking to fine-tune your game, we offer speed and agility training too. And every Sports House lesson and clinic is overseen by a professional or collegiate athlete. You'll get instruction you can't find anywhere else. And Mom and Dad, we can host that special party for your young athlete in our party room. Call us today at 281-5517. The Sports House, again located at 2738 Gulf Freeway. Dream big, play hard, train smart. 281-558-517. The Sports House.
Double-digit pay raises are history. Now money's a lot harder to get a hold of and even harder to hang on to. That's why I, State Farm Agent Earl Thompson, would like to offer you a free discount double check. I will go through your car insurance policy to make sure you are getting the discounts you deserve and aren't leaving any money on the table. So call me, State Farm Agent Earl Thompson in Houston, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why I'm here. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back into Panther Field here. An exciting round one matchup between the Woodlands Highlanders and the Klein Oak Panthers comes to a close on a walk-off Grand Slam home run. Here's the man of the hour, Luis Roman, for the Klein Oak Panthers. And Luis, you got a lot of fans here behind you tonight, and for good reason. A big blast, and you send your team into the second round.
Thank you. I'm really happy. I was relaxed in that last at bat. And the sixth inning, I was relaxed too. But the wind, man, the wind was blowing so hard, and the seventh inning, I was so relaxed. I was looking fastball, waiting for fastball. No curveball, no nothing. Just gonna let it pass. Fastball. That's what I got. That's what I hit.
Well, you mentioned the sixth inning, and you did get a pretty good charge into it. But like you said, you hit it down the right field side, and it looked like the wind helped the Highlanders at that time.
Yeah, that's right. I was excited. I got some words with the third base, but that's already on the past. But it's part of the game. Everybody gets excited. I'm really happy. I just want to give a great hug to my dad, my mom, my sister, and all my family in Puerto Rico. You know, I love them, my friends. That's what I have to say.
Well, they got to be excited for you. Talk a little bit, if you will, about the performance by your pitcher tonight. Reed Frazier did the job for you.
Just one word, excellent job. Excellent. I was expecting that because he's a great pitcher, good fastball, good curveball, and he had his head on the game, so I don't know. I'm just excited.
Well, congratulations. Good win for you. Great job.
Thank
We're going to talk
so
to your coach. That's Luis Roman. And now we're going to bring his head coach in, Bo Hernandez. And, Coach, I guess if you got to script a one-game series against a tough opponent in the first round of the playoffs, I don't know if you could write a better script than you wrote tonight.
No, that's pretty tough. The biggest story is probably Reed Frazier. Reed Frazier came out here. He knew what he had to do, the task at hand, and he took that opportunity, and he just did a great job keeping us in the ball game.
Yeah, we were talking with Luis about the job that Reed did, and I want to ask you about Luis in a minute, but Frazier got you to the point where you could win that ball game in the seventh by keeping the Highlanders lineup off balance all night long.
Absolutely. And we knew they were a good fastball hitting team, and Reed has always done a great job of keeping them off balance. And he makes them hit his pitch, and just being able to have good defense behind. I thought our defense was awesome. We knew we were going to have to bring our A game, and, they definitely did that.
Well, yeah, left 8 runners on base through the first 6 innings. 6 of those were in scoring position. You get to the 7th, you got the bases loaded and 2 outs. Luis, who got a charge into it in the 6th inning, almost rode it out of here to right field. What were you thinking when he came to the plate?
Well, I knew I was just talking to him about just putting the ball in the play and not try to do too much.
And he gets a Gatorade bath.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was a great game. Great game.
Well, you won it. You wanted the one game. You got it at home. I would imagine you've got to be feeling real good right now as you head to the second round.
Absolutely. We took a gamble and it worked out for us, and we're just looking for the next round. It's always good to move on.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bo Hernandez, the head coach of the Klein Oak Panthers. We're going to take one more break, and then we'll come back and wrap it up right here at Panther Field. The final score again, Klein Oak 4 and the Woodlands nothing. Klein Oak will advance to the second round of the Region 2 Class 5A playoffs. And we'll be back with more on FoxSportsHouston.com.
Result-oriented, responsible, and reputable. Those are just a few of the words that could be used to describe Metter Staffing, one of Houston's largest staffing services. Metter has gained a superior reputation over the past 4 decades, serving Houston's employers, providing all types of direct hire, contract to hire, temporary, and temp to hire job candidates. If you have a job to fill or looking for a job, call Metter Staffing at 713-941-0616. Follow Metter on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Metter Staffing. They know the people you need to know.
Welcome back into Panther Field here on the campus of Klein Oak High School. Lonnie King putting a wrap on a 4-0 win for the home team, the Klein Oak Panthers. Bit of an upset win here, to be frank with you. The champions of District 14 5A, the Woodlands Highlanders, are done after just one game, a one-game playoff that Coach Bo Hernandez for Klein Oak wanted. He won the toss for the 1 game versus 3 games. He won the toss for the home field here at Panther Field, and he won the toss for the Friday night contest that brought him here tonight for you to see here on Fox Sports Houston. And in the end, he comes away with a big win that's going to send him into the second round. Thanks to a grand slam walk-off home run by Luis Roman, his third baseman, and by a tremendous pitching performance by his right-hander, Reed Frazier. So Klein Oak moves on. They'll face the winner of the Austin Westlake Round Rock McNeil Series in the second round. And for the Woodlands Highlanders, a very good season, finishes at 24-8. That's going to do it here from the ballpark. Glad you joined us. I'm Lonnie King for the entire crew that brought you this one. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you down the playoff road on FoxSportsHouston.com.